Alright. Trying to remember the world settings. I did something weird with the world settings, and I'm trying to remember what it was. What did I pick? So yeah, we're playing a frail we're playing a librarian, the Last Librarian. A frail pacifist. Oh crap, what was I taking with this one? Now I've forgotten. What was I doing? We're doing a bionic game master, infected. So we're infected, we're frail, we're a pacifist. Oh crap. Now I can't remember. I was gonna do. Give me a second. Hopefully I recorded it. I made this a few days ago and now I've forgotten some of it. Only thing I'm trying to remember is which, Oh, it was, we're going with Zuiquan. That's the one. Now I remember. Yeah, alright, that's what. Alright, so yeah, we're, pacifistic, frail, nearsighted, infected librarian who likes to play, Dungeons and Dragons. And so we're a bionic game master. I've never done the bionic game master before. I'm stacking some things to see how hilariously interesting slash fast it'll be. So if you haven't noticed it, we're playing a high intelligence character. That's obvious at 14. At least that's really high in my normal starts. We're also a fast reader. We're also a game master, which the game master trait also has a reading bonus. So we're triple stacking the reading ability. I'm curious to see how quickly we can just blitz through some of the reading stuff with this much. So we've got the Dungeon Master bonus. We've got... Oh yeah, we're also going Drunken Master, so we're going to be a drunk again, so I can see if we can abuse... I'm curious if we can abuse... Oh, crap. Steam disconnected. Or stream disconnected. Is that me, or is that... No, that's not me. Yeah, that was a Twitch hiccup. Refresh your browser. Wasn't me. That was Steam doing that, or Twitch doing that. So can't control that part. Yeah, I was talking about the character build. So there's a number of things I'm trying to test here. We're testing how broken I can get the reading speed. We're we're stacking high intelligence with fast reader with the Dungeon Master trait, which also gives you a reading bonus. So we've got that going on. Plus, we're going to see if we can abuse with a low strength, low dex character the Zuiquan martial art with the Drunken Master. So we're going to try to get blitz drunk and use that to see if we can actually kill anything with it. I'm kind of curious just how it triggers, especially with high intelligence, high perception for lots of critical hits. I'm kind of curious just what it's going to look like. So in the build, that's why we've got it stacked up to unarmed 5, dodge 3. I had to do a lot of fiddling. That's why we're on the third iteration of this one to get these stats. The Bionic Game Master starts with a lot of this odd stuff that you see, so I didn't pick that necessarily. Most of that came with the start. So yeah, 6 strength, 6 dex. That'll be interesting of its own. So 6 strength and frail. Anybody know how many hit points that's going to give me? Because it's not a lot. It's going to be a teensy-weensy little bit of hit points that we're going to be trying to use a martial arts skill with. But yeah, so we're the Last Librarian. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to set up a base in a library. I'm restricted to only using a library as a permanent base. I'll have to have an immediate early one to live in, but we're going to try to set up a permanent home base in a library in a city, in a fair-sized town. And I have to go out and I have to collect all the books. I have to stack the library up with all the books. So we are the Last Librarian. We're going to go save the books. Now, that's a little tough to say we're going to save all the books because there are a lot of books. There's like 185 on the item browser for CDDA, but there's been a whole bunch of them added recently. So I'm going to say for the moment that if I can get 200 books in the library, 200 unique books, that's considered a victory. So we have to go out and we have to get books. So yeah, we're going to be lugging around 10-pound books with our 6 strength somehow. But yeah, that's the plan. So the goal, the victory conditions are A, set up a protected, usable library. So we're going to have to fortify it, put traps up, all that good stuff. And I have to stockpile books in it so that we have more than 200 unique books. I am not counting any of the magic stuff in that list. So, or at least not counting, I'm not going to try to go out and get all the magic books because those are stupid rare and stupid hard to find. But we're going to have to go lots of places because a lot of the books are particular to labs. A lot of the books are particular to various locations. So we're going to have to do some traveling and see what we can accomplish. But of course, we've got an infected start in a city with low strength, low dex. That's going to be all sorts of hard. And I forget what my world settings were. I can actually go look right now. Let's bail out and look at the world settings before I go take my quick break. Back out to there. Let's go world, bookland, copy world settings. So I've got my normal mods. What did I put? 8.4 the same. Double. Maybe I left everything the same. Oh no, I jacked up NPCs. We're gonna have NPCs in this one. So 8.4, double spawn rate, half items as normal. But I went 5.0 on the random NPC spawns. I did speed up the evolution scaling a bit. I kind of like the numbers I've used recently. 45, 15, and 3 gets me a few evolved zombies right from the start. So we've got them starting to trickle in right at day 1. But it's not an overwhelming number. So I can still get surprised by some of the fun ones without having them just everywhere right immediately. So I'm going to stick with that for the moment. 3.0 on the scaling, and then day 45 is when the Cataclysm occurred, and our game world will start 15 days later. So there's been 15 days of evolution with a 3.0 scaling factor, and that seems to be working fairly well for me. Wander spawns on, of course. Static NPCs. I said yes, but not with the starting NPC. I don't care about that guy. I just want the various NPC locations to be stocked, have their NPCs. Z level's fine. So, yeah. Looks like NPCs was the main thing I changed in the game world. Yeah, abort that. New game, preset, librarian, bookland. Alright. We'll find a name for her in a moment. But I'm going to leave this window up and just do a real quick stretch break. And we'll get things rolling. So I'll be back with you guys here in just a moment. Okay, I am back. So before we fire this one up, let me do another quick recap of some of the changes going on. If you haven't noticed, the lighting is different. Yay, lighting is different. It's better. It's better lighting. Better on both sides. Better for you guys, because I think I'm pretty. Yeah. So, I've now got a couple of lights that are the ones I've been looking for a while. They're going to help me quite a bit in a few ways. So, improved lighting, but it's also much more diffuse, but filling light, and I got it way, way, way dialed down. It's only at 20% right now for the light that I'm getting out of them. And it's going to save me a ton of eye strain and headaches. So, the lighting is much, much improved. I've done a bunch of testing yesterday, and fiddling and testing and fiddling, and it's a massively complicated process. If you've never tried to do it, it's hard. But I'm pretty good at doing that kind of testing, just like with the microphone. We eventually got that dialed in really well. But yeah, so it should be much more consistent now. Shouldn't be having the focus problems. And I won't be going orange and shadowy half the night and all that kind of stuff. So, yay, the quality is much better. And like I said, on my side, it is massively easier on my eyes. I can't say enough how much less strain it's putting on my poor eyeballs. So that's good, because we're going to be increasing the stream time. So starting this Monday, I'm going to be dialing up my on-camera stream times. To start with, I'm going to be going Monday to Friday, and I'm going to be moving the time slightly. It's still going to be 8 hours a day initially, but I'm going to be going from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock my time. So 2 hours earlier, and then end 2 hours earlier. But it'll be Monday through Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll basically be adding 2 more days. I'm going to be changing the schedule for Cataclysm. So we're going to do it Monday and Friday for Cataclysm. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll have other games lined up. So we're going full time. And we're going to be putting some variety into the channel finally. So the last thing I need to do that I really want to get accomplished is channel art. Get all of the frames, all of the edgings, emotes, all that kind of stuff done yet. So it's my last big task I want to get done so that we can basically make this a real thing. So keep an eye out on my Discord channel and look for a YouTube, either a live stream or an announcement. I'm not sure which I'm going to do, but on Sunday I'm going to do one of them, probably a live stream. That way I can chat with folks and answer questions and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so change is coming. Keep an eye and an ear out, and I'll let y'all know what's going on. But more games of different types, and the same old Vormithrax. So yeah, alright. So yeah, you're not crazy. The lights are different. The lights are better. Much, much better. What else is going on? Somebody I saw mentioned in chat about the Hack Pro. If you want a Hack Pro, go to the regional dump. Try to find a regional dump in your game world. If you can't, then just check every garbage can you come across. So it's regional dumps and garbage cans, pretty much your only hope for the Hack Pro software. What else? Anyone got tips on the Migo Prisoner Start? Yeah, I got a tip for you. Don't do it. Don't bother. Just roll dice on your desktop. Go get some percentile dice and roll the dice until you get a 1 and consider that a victory. Or 100, your choice. There you go. It's all totally random. There's no real skill or advice really involved in that thing. Alright. Have I ever been in a dwarf fortress? Probably one of the most commonly asked questions. Yes, I've played Dwarf Fortress quite a bit in the past, but it's been a few years since I last dabbled in the Fortress of the Dwarves. So I've played it off and on for, I don't know. It's been around a really long time, so I've been in and out of it, but I haven't touched it in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So Caves of Cud I've tried multiple times. I just cannot get my brain wrapped around that color scheme and the interface for Caves of Cud. I've tried, I've given it my valiant best, and it's defeated me each time, so no, I'm not going to play Caves of Cud, unfortunately. I've heard it's a good game, and more power to it. I just cannot get myself to play that game for some reason. Cogmind I know of, but I haven't tried. Haven't gotten partner yet. Nope. You'll be the first to know, Ratty Bag. I'll make sure everybody knows when I get the partner status. I think we're just going to need to grow the channel. That's kind of why I'm committing to the full-time thing. I think the part-time thing and the channel size is just a bit too small still. I still need to basically put more dollars in Twitch's pocket in order for the approval, I believe. So I think moving to the expanded schedule and increasing the scope of the channel and the reach by covering other games, especially some with a slightly larger inherent player base than Cataclysm might have, will be helpful. But I've been wanting to hold off on that till I got some practice at this whole process. Made sure I had some of the pitter-patter down, and also cleaned up both my image, my face cam, my graphics, and all that kind of stuff. So we're about there. Alright, RimWorld I've already played on live here on the channel, and it's over on my YouTube channel if you're interested. I kind of ran myself out of RimWorld. I played it, up to difficulty, played it, up to difficulty, played it, and then went, well, it's cool, I like it, it's well done, but the basic gameplay loop, even with the mods I was starting to look at, was pretty much the same, and I was at the point where the difficulty factors came down to more luck than any kind of a skill, so I was like, alright, that's enough of the, let's look at talk about different games for the moment. How are we doing on the cookies and stuff, by the way? I think I missed somebody's resub, too. If I missed it, I apologize. Oh, somebody landed a gift sub in there, too. Thank you very much for the subs, by the way. We're closing in on that goal. I think it's in reach. We got a week left? Week to go? Literally a week? Yeah, one more week would be the end of the month, so. And yes, I did increase the duct tape costs on pretty much everything across the board. I'm trying to find a nice equilibrium point where they're actually some effort to get a hold of the points for them, and maybe even expensive enough that people later in the stream have a chance to buy something for Zombie Dog. So they don't just, I don't just log into the stream and 30 seconds later all the Zombie Dog stuff is bought out. Alright, so let's talk some more about the Cataclysm. Let's jump back in. So I'm just gonna do a random name. I'm not gonna pick some kind of a theme name based on a movie, I think. Let's go ahead and go female, and Dusk Gow. Hans Mosley, that might be appropriate. Yeah, let's be Belle Hans Mosley for our martial artist. We'll see how that works out. So, Belle Hans Mosley, as I mentioned, is infected. Always fun doing the infected starts, especially with the recovery from infection stage being such a joy. Been some changes there. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, we're also frail with only 6 starting strength. I don't remember how many hit points that's going to give, but it is not a lot. That is not going to be a lot of hit points. Now, I don't have any healing restrictions, so it's just going to be a shallow pool of health. But I'll be able to recover it fairly well, so we'll see how well that goes. Hey, Sergeant Sausage Fingers, thanks much for the sub. But yeah, it's gonna be run and gun. It's gonna be run and gun for quite a bit. I do have a lot of bonuses towards that. Not a lot. I had to shave some off. I was faster earlier, but I had to shave them in order to fit the other things I wanted. So. I did pick self-aware. I took a point into self-aware just so we could see exactly what hit points I've got. That I like to do that anytime I know I'm going to have a really health-handicapped character, because every point I need to know exactly where I'm at so I can make appropriate decisions. The bar system kind of breaks down in utility when you've got a small number of hit points. Alright, so yeah, we're also a pacifist, so if you don't know what the pacifist does, you're not as happy about fighting, as well as it slows down your skill progression in the combat skills. But we are a drunk master, a dungeon master, and we're going to do Zuiquan, however that's pronounced. Well, let's give it a try. So I might restart based on what our city looks like. I only have it on an 8.4, so it's not a mega city. But I do want to be in a decent-sized city. So whether that means we start in a small one and I leave until we find a decent-sized one, But the library that we set up and protect, I want to make sure it's deep-ish into a good-sized city to give a challenge. So I don't want to pick a 5-house town that just happens to have a library included, or a town that has a library on the extreme outer edge. I want to make it tough. I want to make have to do some kind of defense of a location deep in the heart of a city. So we'll see if we get that done. All right, but I haven't blackballed anything from the list. So let's jump in. I am finished, and we are going with this one. AKA Drunken Boxing. Imitates the movement of a drunk to confuse the enemy. You gain a passive dodge bonus and accuracy bonus based on your intelligence. That's one of the reasons I took it, because it's intelligence based, and we are a high intelligence character. Moving gives you additional dodge attempts, and each time you dodge, you inflict more damage with your counterattack for until the end of your next turn. I think we got too many of the word thingies in the middle of that. Alright, where'd it put me? Oh, did I do a night start? Oh, I did a night start. Oh, man, I made it so easy on myself. What was I thinking? Wait, well, maybe it's easier. 39 hit points. Left arm infection. Alright, as soon as I move, we're going to have some negatives start applying. Let's take a look at our map. Oh. Alright, that's a good sized city. For an 8-4. Mash Pea and Wallagrass. And I do see a school nearby. Ooh. So, Pavilion is fairly useless. We got a couple of houses near us. We are in a residential area. Nothing too useful. Butcher shop's going to be full of bloated zombies. Does have the butchering equipment. Animal pound, public space, community garden, also not terribly useful. None of the buildings immediately around me are too terribly useful. Magic bookstore, that is going to be off limits, because I don't have enough health to put up with the crab gex hitting me with that 15-point torso, ignoring any kind of armor or protection stuff. So we're not likely to ever go there. Subway near it, that is useful for various reasons. Yeah, alright. Another library to the south, and that's a bookstore. That's a furniture store, alright. Who opens sewers? Mill surplus. Pawn shop. Of course, all the good stuff's downtown in the middle of all the nonsense. Alright. A few possibilities here. So, good-sized city, though. I don't think we'll have to move. One of the things I was going to set as a restriction was I was going to say I have to inhabit the library closest to the nameplate of the city. This city is going to be a little weird because we got a couple of them mashed together, apparently. And it's looking like our starting positions maybe as close to the nameplate. I guess technically that might be closer, just a tiny bit. We'll see. I may or may not set that as a rule. Alright. Yeah, pharmacy is where I need to get. And we have none. So, that's a problem. That's a big problem. If you haven't visited a pharmacy recently, do so if you're doing any kind of an infected start or need any kind of drugs or medical gear. Pharmacies are chock full of goodies nowadays. Docs and vets, you're not likely to get them from because they're usually hidden behind the locked computer station or in a safe. The stuff just laying on the shelves. You don't often get drugs that way. Ambulances, and still rare in house bathrooms, and pharmacies. Pharmacies by far. Always go to a pharmacy if you've got that as an option. Everything else is pretty randomized, but you're damn near guaranteed to get antibiotics if you hit a pharmacy nowadays. If not just fistfuls of the antibiotics. I got no pharmacies on my map at the moment, so that's a big problem. Plus, it's nighttime, meaning I can't easily see Ambulances. So, I forgot I had set this for a night start. Alright, what do we start with? So, we start with smartphone, caffeine pill, and basic clothes. Hey, we actually got a messenger bag. So that's not bad. We've got a watch, we've got temporary light, we've got a little bit of volume. So that's pretty good. What I didn't do is I didn't set a starting position. I can't remember if I set it to start in a library. This one's a Game Master start, technically. I think I still had a choice, though. So if we do have to die early and we have to restart, I might set the starting position on a library. We'll see. But as always with the infected start, our overwhelming concern is getting antibiotics. I need antibiotics, and I need a place to hole up while we wait to see if the antibiotics actually kill me or not. It's always the start to this. So... No pharmacies. Yeah, there's I don't know, is there even a doctor's office? No doctor's office. No vet clinics. Nowhere that's got a hint of what I'm looking for. There's a little tiny chance of getting royal jelly in the school. Yeah, the problem with the ambulance is it's dark. It's nighttime, so my vision is very limited. And stumbling around on the street just hoping to bump into an ambulance is not really effective. So we've got, what, 3 night vision? That's pretty good. That's because we've got 11 perception. That gets us back to the old night vision range. At least while I'm not taking any negatives, it does. Back before the changes to the lighting system handicapped players, and we lost a point of night vision. Alright, what do we got? So, starting goods in the house. Lots of stuff. Not really going to be worried about grabbing any of the cooking implements. There's going to be just millions of those things nowadays. Steak knife, maybe? 6 steak knives in the space around me currently. Yeah, royal jelly instantly cures it. And it bypasses the whole recovery stage as well. Royal jelly by far is the best solution. But it's just hard to get to early game when you do an infected start. You're usually so handicapped, it's extremely hard to get a hold of royal jelly. Let's take the knife and leave the rest of that. Then we've got 1,000,000 pounds of everything else sitting over here. Yeah, not worried about that. At least, I guess that's a good thing. I no longer have to scrounge for food and cooking implements because houses are so stocked nowadays. So we don't have to spend a bunch of time or a bunch of effort with that. I'm not worried about food or hydration or anything for the moment. So we're mostly looking for utility gear and just keep moving. Try to hit as many bathrooms as I can. That's a pretty big house. That's right, I also need to get into a location where I can craft up some lockpicks. Back scabbard. Kilt unitard hiking boots that fit. Ooh, I think it's time to switch out to footwear. Goodbye, dress shoes. Hello, hiking boots that fit. Already locked doors. I do have upgraded zombies. I think I'm gonna hope I just don't run into any of those. They're already coming in after me. I'm being followed. I feel it. Is this a duplex? This might be. I think this is a duplex. Yep. Well, hey there, thermal electric outfit. That's an interesting early find. We're playing in the springtime, So temperature's not really an issue at the moment. My feet are already pretty warm. I could ditch the other things, but the outfit tends to get torn up pretty quickly. Because it's got the 100% coverage, so it's constantly taking hits and it can't really absorb the damage. So without better protective gear outside, I think this would just get ripped off of me almost immediately. Ooh, it does have the battery though. I'm tempted to throw this thing on, regardless. Let's do it. Get rid of the socks. Get rid of these odd items. Transistor. See, there's these books that they're so new. I don't know them, and they're not in the wikis yet or the item lists. Coming in behind me, area, and a small battery, recharge or disposable. Alright, standard zombie. Shall we test? Shall we test to see if we can actually fight with 4 strength and 4 dex? I worried about getting permagrabbed, even by the lowliest zombie. And I'm not drunk yet. Nah, we should keep avoiding as much as we possibly can. Cargo pants. I'll keep the jeans. And we'll throw on the fingerless gloves. So, I complain about finding magic books. And in the random house we start in, we've got the Introduction to the Divine spellbook. Huh. Yeah, and if you're not aware, it's got the Cure Light Wounds. We'll definitely be picking that up. Between Bless and Cure Light Wounds, that's one of the better books you can possibly find. So, that's definitely going. We got a sleeveless duster that would double my carry capacity. So we definitely got to take that as well. And I think I'll take the battery out of the radio. Did they fix the whole you pick up and hold the item? Yeah, it looks like they did. I didn't grab the radio that time. But it also... Wait, did it grab the battery? Yes, it did. Alright. Cool. So... We're gonna leave here. Where are we gonna go? I think I'm gonna work my way towards the school. Well, I guess I could work south towards the library. I don't know why. For some reason, my part of my brain thought I was in a library. No library here, Vorm. You're in a house. So the only library I know about currently is that one. I need to stay near residential, which we have that nearby. Restaurants, gun store. I need to find a basement, a house basement here as quick as possible. Alright. Let's go out the window. We got roofs on these things now? I want to check this house up here. Didn't mean to be running right there. Sleeping bag. Yeah. There we go. Alright, now I need this to be empty. Empty basement is what I need. Nope, not empty. Uh-oh. Might be not empty by a large factor. And I think that guy followed me down the stairs. So this is the grow basement now, right? I think that's what this is. Yeah, almost everything has roofs now. They don't quite have them all done, I don't think. I'm not used to houses having roofs, though. I think this one might be a little too much for me to try to clear in our weakened conditions. I might have to try to slip out past that that spot. I was hoping to smash that metal table there and grab the parts for the lockpicks. The roof project's complete. Cool, if it is. I hadn't read anything about it. Are all new buildings that get added automatically being built with roofs now, so they don't have to go back and redo them? Well, this is frail, not fragile. So realize there's two different ones. This is the 50% hit points. So it's not the worst one. I couldn't do the worst one and fit in pacifist, nearsighted, and so on. So 50% with 6 base. So we're not down in the teens, like my fragile glass jaw one. Yeah, I think it's going to be best if I just try to bail out of here. I did get followed. First time I get grabbed and they just hold me in place, that's going to be the real test. What is my dodge currently anyway? Ooh, 1.3. That's because I put on that that clothing. Ooh, yeah. That's not good. I need to ditch the jeans. At least. Alright, so we went down one stair, came up another. That's always fun. Houses with multiple stairs where you teleport back and forth. They don't want to start running. Too many. Too many. Hope there's a window on this back wall. Or may not be. What do we got there? Boxing monthly. Nope, no window. Ah, bloated zombie almost got me. Well, there's fire making. And alcohol! Yes! Now we can do something. Now we has options. Because we are a drunken masters week one. Martial artist. Alright, I can kick some zombie ass if we get drunk first. Unfortunately, I have to knock back like 5. I don't know if it's based on anything in particular. Maybe with low strength I can get drunk easier? I don't know, but our last challenge, I had to drink like 7 in order to get properly drunk. So we'll see. I'd like to clear out of the initial area, so we've finished that one. I think I'm gonna... Nah, we haven't even come close to finishing this one. I think I'm gonna try to go out this window and go across the street. There's a little too much noise and activity here right now. We got shock zombies from the get-go. Alright. So like I said, we're playing with world settings that have evolved zombies right from the start. Just how many is going to be the question. I'm trying to find the sweet spot where I've got just a few right at the start, and then they keep adding in as I go along. This is... Let's see. I can't break the window. I am not strong enough to break windows. That is a problem. Somebody else broke the window for me. Now I need to try to get away from this. I need to pick up a plank or something. Or find a broken window. Excuse me? Screen mesh wall. Alright. Hard to see the screen mesh wall in the dark. There we go. Come here, heavy stick. 14 minus 2, 113. Oh yeah, heavy stick. It just needs you for a short bit, heavy stick. I can do some whooping of some windows and stuff. Don't need another smartphone. Kitty cats and solder. My quest for a nice quiet basement continues. I am going to need some string. Start picking that up. Neoprene. Lock door. Stereo system. Alright, there we go. That's a good spot. 400 duct tape. 4 long strings. Screwdriver and pliers. A better lighter. A hammer. And a flashlight. Alright, I did pick up that radio. Alright, so we've got light source, we've got a fire source, we've got the hammer and screwdriver, we've got the early pliers, not the wrench, but the lower level version. Still not worried about food. I'm going to call this house done. We're going to go ahead and try to work our way south, I think. Still doing everything we can to... Oh, I keep trying to move through that mesh wall. Still do everything I can to avoid conflict where possible. Another mesh wall, huh? Alright, not liking the looks of this. Too many sound sources nearby. Yep, that's not good. I see a lot of people in chat, newer players especially, I don't think pay enough attention to the noise indicators. It's hugely helpful. So taking characters that are deaf or just ignoring the indicators or restricting your hearing is not a good move. You can make a lot of important decisions based on the noise information provided. Grabber zombie. Uh-oh. I really need to avoid going into sprint mode. 90 speed. That's from the pain. I need aspirin. And antibiotics, of course. Where am I at? I'm at the abandoned warehouse. So, Subway is a great place to visit, but well, do I risk it? Man, it'd almost be worth a kamikaze into a subway station just to see if you have any chance of getting into the utility room. If you're not aware, utility room in the subway has a really high percentage chance of giving you jackhammers and toolboxes. So, getting a super early game toolbox, so you've got all the tools available to you early, is hugely helpful, of course. Jackhammer is a little more selective, but is also beneficial. I can't afford to try to lug a jackhammer around, of course. Toolbox, I don't think it's important enough yet for me to risk going in there. The second floor of the subway, when you go down the level, usually has a whole bunch of zombies, too. So, let's try to work our way back into a house here. And we got the tough zombies after us. Still faster than him by just a little bit. Oh, there's another basement. Basement in the garage. Sewer snake! Oh, this is gonna be a good one if it's just a sewer snake, though. Flashlight on. Oh, yeah. This will be a really good one for us. I believe it's got the water heater in the utility room. As long as I don't get my ass kicked by a sewer snake. We've got raw materials for the early stuff I need to craft. This will work just fine. We got even a couch we can sleep on. Alright, let's see if we can kill a sewer snake. I'm going to try to kill it with my bare hands instead of a stick. Come here, sewer snake. As I throw up heavily. Wow, I hit for 2! And we're poisoned. Hit for 1! Yeah, that's not impressive. We're not going to be winning too many fights at this rate. Maybe I should get the stick back. Yeah, that's a little better. Alright, so we took a couple nibbles. Not that big a deal. What books did we get? What's Transistor and Popular Mechanics. Need to get my... Oh, actually, I have a hammer now. Whoa! Whoa! Oops! Oh, man. I thought I made it down here cleanly. That is not cleanly. 2 strength, 3 dex. I am envenomed, poisoned, I'm nauseous, I'm infected. Yeah, we might be restarting this one real quick. That'll be unfortunate, given the healing ability we'd have here, if we could just spend a little bit of time. Alright. Before I do anything here, let me, I need to do a couple of maintenance things. Give me a minute. I need to go update my stream info as well as my commands. They've got the wrong info now. I didn't write up a description. It's going to take me a while. Alright, I think I got it caught up. So the stream name is now fixed, as well as the info screens from the commands. Alright, so yeah, this is not good. 2 tough zombies with 2 strength and 3 dex. And I'm already almost half burnt on my stamina, and we're poisoned. Not good. I have to maneuver. I can't try to fight these guys down here. If they manage to get a grab off, I'm gonna be dunzers. Yeah, there's the grab. There's another bite. Pain 44, 1 strength, 2 dex. This guy is so dead. 18 health on the arm. Can't break the grabs. Yeah, we're not gonna break. We're gonna be dead. So you guys, some of you know, but some of these setups I do are so ridiculously bad. They're not obvious at first just why or how they're going to be bad. In this case, it's all about the strength dex, because those are the 2 stats that are used to break grabs. And having a wimp character with no health, no strength, and no dex, once I'm grabbed, I'm just basically done. Unless I can kill whatever's grabbed me. So, yeah, we might have to tweak this one. This one might be outside the realm of realism. Or possibility. Alright, so, man, I'm going to miss the opportunity to have that the healing spell. That would have been so nice to start with. I thought we had it with that basement, but I didn't do a good enough job of losing my pursuers before we scuttled down inside there. So, world, bookland, reset world, yes. And new game, preset, Last Librarian, into book world. I'm not giving up yet. We're going to try at least a couple times with the current setup. Alright, new name. Oh, that's right. Female. Oops.